petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode with the Petty Party Crew. We are back with a mini episode. This episode is going to be about MOTOs, where you guys show your advice columns and we give you guys our unsolicited advice, or solicited, who knows. So yeah, I know you guys like this. I know, again, if you guys want to hear any MOTOs read on the episode, please make sure you're sending us to our emails at pettyparty12814@gmail.com. So introducing myself, this is your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby.
And hey y'all, it's your girl Shelly Shell signing in.
Hey everyone, it's Just Nick checking in again.
And they saved the best for last. It's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good, y'all?
I feel like at this point, like I'm checking in as like my therapy. Like I'm ready to give some advice. I'm ready to hear these MOTOs. I'm ready to, give my little opinion, my little 1-2.
Oh, these are about to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, who's got the first one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, I got it. All right. So we're going to start with the first MOTO. It's from Confused Kid. So, okay, so I haven't dated for years now. A while back, I was talking to this guy online only to realize that I don't even believe in online dating, like at all. So I put an end to that and he's blocked everywhere. The last guy I dealt with was a piece of shit narc, and after the many bad experiences I've had with men, I've entirely given up. I'm tired and I need my peace of mind. Will I swoon and yearn and have a big smile on my face when I'm watching rom-coms and sentimental romantic films? Sure, but those movies aren't real life. I miss intimacy, and during the holidays, it always gets extra lonely. But unfortunately, a lot of men are just trash. It's not worth it. Going through a whole wasteland until I finally find a gem. More and more, I'm starting to believe that maybe I wasn't ever meant to be in a relationship. I don't think I'm built for that. There's people who jump from one serious relationship to another, and I'm sitting here thinking, how? Could never be me. I'm slowly making peace with the thought that I might never meet my soulmate ever. As sad as it might be, I just don't give a fuck anymore, and I'm tired, and men are not the prize. Help me.
Have we all been there before?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the world is there now.
No,
It's kind of tragic, girl. She's not lying.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel
We've
like
all
I've
been
definitely
there.
gotten to a point where I'm just like, I don't think I'm ever going to get married. I don't think I'm ever going to find my soulmate, so to speak. I was like, I don't think this is just meant for me.
Right.
Like, and I'm still low-key pulling myself out of that. Like,
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, because it's like,
Like,
but I think we've all been there before.
Girl, honestly, I would say take a break. You're going to have to give yourself like 3 months. Take a break. Decenter men or whatever you're into. Or what men, you said men. Decenter men. Focus on you, pour into you, look at what you like to do and what you like. Pour into yourself. So then when you open yourself back up to dating, now you know like what you're looking for a little bit better and certain experiences that you want to experience. And like the ones you don't want to experience, you'll shy away from it. But that's just my advice to you. You don't have to take it. But I do think that you should take a break from dating and decenter men, because that's what it sounds
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that's one of those things where when you sometimes put so much of your focus into something that it kind of blinds you from what you're actually like meant to be, who you're supposed to be with and who you're supposed to be going after. So it kind of clouds your judgment in a sense. So I feel like if you were just to take a step back and focus on the things that make you happy, someone's going to come along that relates to those things that make you happy, and they're just going to kind of fall into place.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the right person comes when you least expect it. Honestly,
No, it really is
That's
true.
It
true.
really is true. But I also
You're
feel
not
like
looking for it.
Yeah, I also feel like, I don't know, like, I just think, I have to agree with Paulette here. Like, you just gotta, like, just kind of let go of everything and just let that be that. Like, and it's not even like, it doesn't have to be one of those, like, self-conscious, like, I'm going on this healing journey. Sometimes it's just like, bro, just unplug. Like, literally just unplug. Like, you don't have to go on dates. You don't have to, like, and I think that's what I did. Like, it wasn't just like I was intentional, like, okay, I'm gonna go on a healing journey. It's just like, I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to work every day and that's just that. And whatever else comes with it is what I'm gonna tackle. And that's how I feel like I kind of healed through that. Like, it's just like I'm literally doing life every day.
You kept yourself busy too.
Yeah,
so,
like, and so I think that's what you should do. Like, it's not the end of the world. And I have a feeling you in your early 20s.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It's not.
It don't sound. It's not given like in 30s.
It's not the end of the world. And even if it was in your 30s, it's still not the end of the world. Like, girl.
And I'm gonna say something that sounds impossible, but don't take dating so personal. Like a lot of times, like we date people and when it doesn't go the right way, like we personalize it, like something's wrong with us. And sometimes there is, and sometimes there's not. You know,
Sometimes there is.
I mean, sometimes there is, because if you think about it,
No,
if you keep dating and it's like, oh my gosh, I keep having all these shitty situations, it's just like, okay, who are you dating?
Yeah.
You're
You know what I
picking the
mean?
same person.
Like, because don't take it personal, but also make sure that you're learning from each dating experience. You know, so like maybe you dated somebody and just like, okay, you know what? I don't like this type of man. It's like, okay, well, if you don't like this guy, don't date the same type of person. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you date somebody who you're like, okay, he's so career oriented, he doesn't have time for me, and you find yourself still dating the same type of person, career oriented, no time for you, and it's just like, it's not working. It's probably just like you need to really check and see the type of men that you're attracting, but also what you're attracted to, and try to make sure that you're not attracted to what's bad for you. You know?
Yeah, because it's actually crazy you say that, because I recently had a conversation with a friend, and she went on, I think maybe like a second, third date with this guy, and she was just saying how like she's just kind of stressed. Like she's just like, like, you know, he's just not, there's just certain things that she's complaining about. And I was telling her, I was like, you know, not every date has to lead to marriage. I feel like we have to stop putting like these conditions on our dates, because it makes it more stressful.
It
like,
does.
And it like,
dating,
makes it less fun.
yeah, dating is supposed to be fun. Like, it's, like that getting to know you phase actually is supposed to be fun. And I feel like sometimes we get so much in the mindset of like, okay, I have to get married and I have to do this, so I'm dating intentionally. But it's like, you're just putting unnecessary stress on yourself. Right. Not every person you go out on a date with is going to lead to marriage.
It's going to be your husband.
It's not possible.
Bro, there are some people who they like, say someone has a dream of like being a engineer or like a psychologist. Some people it's like, I dream to be a mom, because it's so funny, because I saw a video with Nikki, and she was like flashing back to like what she said on Jersey Shore, and she was like, I want to go to the Jersey Shore, meet a Guido, and have nice tan babies. And she was like, and I did exactly that. And I saw that, and I was like, that's so crazy that there are young girls who they dream to be mothers. That is their dream, to be married, barefoot, and pregnant. That's never been a dream of mine. So sometimes I feel you how sometimes it's just like, no, it's not. To me, that's not a dream. It's like, it's a reality. But it's like, for me to be waiting for that to happen, it's like, I can wait.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so I feel you how you can say you don't resonate with them, but I do know that there are some people where it's like, that's not, it's not even their parents. That's very much a part of who they are. Like they want to be a mom. So it's like, it's not that they're rushing themselves, but they're very realistic about their timeline. And it's like, if I don't get this done in a certain amount of time, like it won't be realistic.
And not even just that, I know people with those timelines. There are some people that are very much so like, I want to be married by this age. I want to have children by this age. I want to be done with children by this age. You know, people have timelines, and some people just really be sticking to timelines.
Yeah,
I had timelines.
I feel like
the timelines started working against me.
Which the timelines had me
able to identify self-worth outside of, you know, certain things.
For,
everyone has like different like quote unquote coming to Jesus moments. You know, like not everyone is going to be able to think like outside of the box or think outside of certain things. And I think that's kind of the beauty of life. It's like not everyone thinks the same, and that's okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't have a problem with women like that, but I think it's more so the fact that like I don't like, for example, like I think I went on a date and somebody was just like, oh, like just asking me all these questions about marriage, and I just was like, damn, like,
oh, okay,
I just went on a date, like,
overbearing,
like, can we just like everything doesn't have to be
married.
Oh, marry, like, goddamn,
like, all right, I'm gonna get on my knee tomorrow.
Yeah, like, no, bro, just. Sometimes nigga wanted a good meal. No,
but you know, some people are just like, they're just very forthcoming.
Yeah, no,
you know?
Yeah,
intentional.
People.
And I wouldn't even say
like that's intentionally just a lot. Because like,
no, I feel. But back to the MOTO. Girl,
girl.
Just take your time out here.
Yeah.
We've all been there. You'll get over. You'll find your person.
Like, easier said than done, but
true. And like, enjoy yourself. You have forever to be forever with somebody.
Yeah, forever is a long time.
Like, think about it. Every day, well, not every day, but sometimes you drive and you see a car accident. No. Does every car accident make you not want to drive again? I mean, if you were in the car, maybe, but
Huh?
Maybe that was the.
That's like Michelle. That wasn't that good, but it's okay. Let's move on.
You get the gist.
Yeah. We heard you.
But yeah, girl, just take a break or don't.
Take a break.
Yeah, take a break, sis.
Yeah, take a break. You'll find him. Okay, so this person says, "Hey, Black male fan of the podcast here on my Finsta. I need y'all's advice, and I believe my homeboys would give me some bad info, so this will be short, so no need for an elaborate answer. But, okay, so straight up, this girl hasn't really respected my space after my grandmother passed away back in, I won't say the time, but I thought it was
sorry. I'm just saying sorry to feel loss.
Definitely.
How long ago?
Yeah, like a few months. I just didn't want it to be like
it's
too identifiable.
Yeah. Okay, so a few months.
A few months ago, but recently.
They're on a Finsta page, so obviously they don't.
Yeah. Okay. So straight up, the girl hasn't really respected. So straight up, the girl hasn't really respected my faith. Straight up, this girl hasn't really respected my space after my grandmother passed away recently. I thought it was just me, and I was being a dick when I always rejected going out with her. Like, you'd have to drag me out of the house while I'm healing, but she told me she just wanted to see me, so I low-key feel like I forced myself to try to heal faster. I decided to meet in the middle and go on some date once a week. She said it would be better for me. Well, fast forward to her dad being in the hospital, unresponsive, with tubes up his nose, back in her hometown this past Thursday. We had a pizza night for me to comfort her Friday, and she cried that night too. But why she step out Saturday and Sunday for Cinco de Mayo? Like, step out. I'm talking same club with Slim Thug in it, 5 shots in, throwing ass with ranch water in her hand. I was there because I thought this was just her coping mechanism, but now I'm believing she legit just doesn't care too much about it. About anything too much because of FOMO, no matter who died nor who in the hospital. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but look at this text thread and tell me I'm wrong. I have her name edited out. Am I wrong for feeling like she needs to realign with what the fuck going on in her life, or should I just let her be and realize we just two different people that might need to go out separate ways? So pretty much, he just confronts her and says, like, he feels like it's weird, like, what's going on with your dad or whatever. And she just says she has to keep calling to get an update, but she hasn't really received
I need
an
you to
update.
read this verbatim. I'm not gonna lie. The text part,
please.
Okay, so the text, there's like some, like, I guess some there's some vulgar stuff ahead of it. I'm just not gonna read. But he says, is that why you wanted me to stay for 5 minutes? And she said, no, I wanted to cuddle, but I've been like this since Thursday. He was like, that's weird to me. And she's like, what's weird? He says, is your dad doing better at all? Is there any update about him? And she just says, I have to keep calling to get an update. He's still on a ventilator, and her mom's gonna go check on him, pretty much. And he adds, and just FYI, this is all happening in Houston while her dad is in Philly. There has been no word at all of a flight being bought to go see him yet. So back to the original question was, is he wrong for feeling like she needs to realign with what the fuck's going on in her life? Or should he just let her be and realize they're just two different people that might need to go their separate ways?
you're two different people. Go your separate ways.
But no.
I do.
I think that you can realign yourself and like still be there for her, but y'all don't have to be like on that level anymore. Like because I'm hearing ventilator like that. I don't know, Nikki. What does ventilator mean? Is that, can you come back from that? Yeah. Okay, just making sure. Because remember through COVID when you said people got on ventilators, like they passed away.
No, you can come back from a ventilator.
Okay, well, I learned something new today, so sorry, that changes my answer. But it doesn't still change my answer, but it's like, she still needs support.
They're on life support.
Yeah, she needs support.
You can come back from that.
You know? Yeah. So it's like, you don't have to be there with her on a level of intimacy, but you can be there for her as a friend. And that's it. Just, that's it.
So for me, okay, so I have here's my, oh, you want to go? Okay, thanks. So this is so this is where my I have a couple of different opinions on that. Okay, so I do think that y'all are two different people and y'all cope differently. That's okay. And I think that you should respect how she copes. Because don't get me wrong, there's some people that I do look at sideways. I'm like, why are you not at your family's side and they're going through this? But that's neither here nor there. Because I think about whenever I had a very hard time going on for me, and I actually went out, you know, like, and it just kind of helped me in that moment. Like, you know, I just want to be by my friends. Like, let me take my mind off of this, whatever the case may be. So I think that you can respect that. You just shouldn't judge her. Like, you have no idea what her mindset is. You have no idea what she's actually going through. But what I do think is, if you have an issue with this now, it's going to be an issue later on. And so therefore, and it may not even be an issue with like a death in the family, but it's gonna, there's gonna be something else going on, and she's gonna handle it differently than what you might handle it. And it's gonna annoy you. So I do think that y'all are just two different people, and y'all probably shouldn't be together, but I think you can still respect her coping mechanisms and, you know, just be there for her in that moment, but maybe not like romantically.
Yeah, I definitely feel, so I'm going to speak to what he said at first about his grandma passing away and how that's why I feel like he should kind of go their separate ways, because I feel like the energy surrounding that is just two completely different things. And I feel like you're just not like, because I don't know, have y'all ever been like, maybe just or something just going on and somebody just wants to see you and it's just like, bro, like
it's almost a little selfish.
Yeah, it's almost very selfish, because it's just like I've told you multiple times, like I'm just not in that headspace, and for you just want to come just because you want to see. I get you want to see me, but like you just want to see me.
It's kind of annoying.
It's very annoying. So I'm just like, I just don't like. I don't, because then I'm coming out for you. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what he did, and it does not feel good being out. Like literally, just like I want to go home. So I just think that like you guys, like I just have two different coping styles, and you know, I just don't feel like it's just. I don't know. I feel like y'all should probably just. You could be the
what your homeboys would have told you.
What you mean?
Like, what advice are they going to give you for this? Like, to keep dealing with her?
I mean, he probably, because we're women, he probably thought that we have.
I'm like, yeah, I feel like they say the same thing. Like, hey, yo.
See, but I have because y'all are saying go their separate ways, but
I'm not saying that.
Okay, because I do kind of agree with Nikki in the fact that some people do cope differently, and even with what you said, I feel like one of the main reasons why she reacted in that way is because she handles like grief and moments of trauma.
It's clear that's how she thinks that you're supposed to handle it.
So in that moment, she's thinking like, okay, well, let me keep him busy, let me get his mind off of that. But that's not the type of person he is. He is the type of person where in moments where he's going through a lot, he's choosing to isolate himself and he wants to be alone. He doesn't want to like have any social interaction. So I feel like they're very two different people. However, I think that can be solved with communication, because moments like this are not like just isolated incidents where they just happen in like moments of trauma. It's very different things. I think it's more about how can you show up for your partner effectively? Because it's not just like in moments of trauma, like in different aspects, even celebrating somebody how you'd want to be celebrated versus how they'd want to be celebrated.
Right.
And just knowing that difference, where it's just like asking a partner like, hey, how can I show up for you in this moment? Because to him, he's like, I feel like this is how you should be handling this. You should go to you should go be with your dad, this and that.
Right.
But he's not really listening to her to like how she truly feels in that moment. Maybe that's not what she wants. Because I've known people who like, there's a moments of trauma and they're like, you go see this person, it's like, I don't want to do that. And I have reasons why I don't want to do that, but you're not listening to me because you want me to do what you want to do in that moment. Yeah. So it's just communication.
But I also feel like with something that you mentioned, but I feel like she wanted to see, he said she just wanted to see me. And that's why I feel like it became selfish, because it's just like, you want to be with me even though I don't feel like going out, but it's for your own good. Like, you know, it's for your ego, not because like you want to make sure I'm good, or not because you want to make sure that like I'm in a good headspace, or you keep me busy. It's like, oh, I just want to see you. No, I'm actually not going to come out. So that's why I feel like it's a little bit deeper than like y'all are two different people. It's just like, again, I just feel like y'all are just don't really align. And even for him, for you to not understand that like people grieve differently. I feel like even your first thought was judgment versus like, okay, well, people grieve differently. To me, it's just like, you guys just don't see, y'all are not eye to eye. So that's why I'm just like, I just feel like maybe y'all should go y'all separate ways, because I don't want, because my thing is like, I feel like, first of all, social media is a motherfucker. He said he saw it personally, but my thing is like, you don't know how many hours she spent crying probably, or just like, you know, talking to her parents. Like that becomes exhausting. You know what I mean? Like mentally and emotionally exhausting. So it's like, maybe she just needed to get out. And your first thought is to judge her. To me, just like,
I mean, but let me say this.
I mean, I don't think he's unintentionally like judging.
I think
he's still judging. His intent was to judge.
Let me say this. I think that I don't think it's bad that he's judging. And I say this because they clearly have maybe two different opinions on like the importance of family. I'll be honest with you. Like for him, clearly
his grandma was very close to him.
Very close to him. Family probably is a really big thing. And for me, if I was like dating someone and I hear like they're on life support, they're this and they're in another city, if you have time to go out and celebrate Cinco de Mayo, you have time to hop on a flight.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I would kind of look at someone like, maybe we do look at family differently. Or maybe she has gone through something with her dad where she just doesn't.
Raise her. Yeah,
so, you know, like maybe there's something there that he has to talk to her about. So I don't know if it's necessarily like a judgment thing. I think it's just one of those things where I would be side-eyeing someone. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I would literally be like,
and if I really fool with you, I'm gonna bring it to the floor. Like, hey, like
if you have the capability to like be in Philly, why are you not there?
In Philly?
But he did say that she talked to him Friday night and she did cry all night.
True, but like
crying, I understand, but like
you're able to.
She went to Maya was Saturday, Sunday.
She celebrated. He said she went out twice.
So she went out 2 nights. So that weekend she could have been in Philly.
She could have been in Philly that weekend.
They said she was in Houston. Let me tell you, Houston went up for Cinco de Mayo. Okay,
she probably didn't want to miss that.
I thought the day with the Alamo was
just FOMO.
Yeah,
and like honestly, y'all.
And why is your FOMO not with your family? What's like the fear of missing out on this moment?
Yeah, because it comes every year.
I completely agree with. I completely agree with you guys, but like. Let me not add.
That was just like a judgment.
No, because I've been in a similar situation.
I know where he's coming from. I do.
I know 100%. But like, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to come down too hard on her because it's like I don't want to start adding stuff into the circumstances because I've been in a situation like that. No. Where somebody was in the hospital and I could not get there. Like, and I wanted to, but I just could not get there. So my thing is just like,
were you celebrating Cinco de Mayo?
No, but no.
So
now you're judging.
No, I'm saying, but I'm asking.
But my thing is, but my thing is like,
there's a difference between not being able to make it and choosing not to make it.
But no, I don't know. Choosing not to make it. So let's say that she couldn't. Let's say that they were high. Let's say she couldn't afford it, or let's say that there was something where she just could not make it. Right.
And so
let's just say, hold on.
What if she was willing to pay? Like, you know, let's say like
you didn't say that. So then you didn't lead with that. Lead with that. But no, let's just say that there was something in the circumstances where she could not make it. Did you want her to stay home?
What would be the circumstance? Because if it's work, calling in.
No, let's just say what if
she booked a flight and it's not till Tuesday?
Or what if she's
saying there's just no mention of it, y'all? Like
she don't have to mention everything to that man.
But you can cry.
But you want to get him out the house when his grandma passed.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's just very different coping mechanisms because it's only his viewpoint, his interpretation of things. Mm-hmm. On her, she's probably thinking like, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been the same way, not as extreme as like Reed, but if I know someone's like isolating themselves, in my head I'm thinking, okay, well let me offer to get this person out of the house because it's like I feel like they're just in the house. Maybe for all we know, he was in the house for 2 months straight, and it's just like, okay, let's start getting you out of the house. And she's probably thinking it's a good deed, and he's just like, man, this bitch trying to get me out the house. I'm only coming out the house for her. But he mentioned he went out the house and he had a good time.
Mm. Oh, he did?
I didn't hear that. Yeah, I did not. I didn't hear that.
He did say he had a good time, and if he did, you did not read it.
Yeah, I did. He said, mind you,
skimmed over that part.
He said
he just said he rushed.
Yeah, he said like, mind you, I was there with her. That's all I heard. Now he had a good time.
No, thank you.
I could have sworn he said he didn't have fun.
Yeah, low key was almost giving he didn't have fun, but it's okay.
It's
okay. But yeah, no, I just
you made that up, girl,
real bad, but. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just feel like it's just a situation where it's just like y'all just don't align. You know what I mean? Like,
this is going to be an issue forever.
And it could be right person, wrong time. Like we talked about earlier, or last episode.
Or if family is not as important to her.
That's what I'm saying. It really might be different. I'll be honest. Like some people, it's kind of, you know what this reminds me of? It's like people that are okay with marrying someone that your family doesn't like or your family has issues with. Some people cannot budge on that. Some people are really like, like I really want my partner to be equally aligned with my family because they know that they hold family, on a high pedestal. Whereas some people are just like, well, it's my life. I want to be happy, so it doesn't matter what my family thinks. So
I have a question. Like, how do y'all feel about like, because you said like being with people that your family is like, how do you feel about like men or women getting with someone, like marrying someone that doesn't like see their children, like men or women, they don't see their kids at all. And like, they just get with them and then they're upset because they have kids now. And like the way they treat their first set, they're now treating their set together.
That's a loaded question.
It sounds stupid.
And I think we all agree on that.
Yeah,
but there's people doing. Okay,
I mean, I feel like I would not marry anyone that is not
an active part in your children's life.
Wasn't an active parent.
But there's levels to being active part of your children's life.
No, full active. Like you're.
I want active.
There's levels. There's levels to that.
Active is active.
No, there are levels.
Active in all aspects.
Because
emotionally, physically.
Some people are just active, like monetarily. They don't like physically go and see that, like they're not with their kid. They don't.
That's what we don't want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't consider that an active parent.
Yeah, okay.
You're financially supporting, like anybody could. I mean, the state could financially support somebody.
But you know what? Actually, this MOTO kind of reminds me. I don't know if you guys are watching Summer House, Martha's Vineyard.
I haven't
we not do spoilers.
No, it's not a spoiler, but something did happen. It wasn't a spoiler. It was just like a quick 2 minutes in the episode. Preston, I believe. So when the episode, I think it was episode 1, he said that his dad passed away, but he was at the vineyard. And like, obviously my first thought was to be like, so why are you not there? But then when he went to explain the relationship, he was like, his dad really didn't, he's a gay man. He was like, his dad really didn't accept that. Not only that, his dad didn't really raise him. So he was just like, he didn't really have a relationship with his dad. Like, obviously I could recognize him as my father, as a person who birthed me. And we have that relationship as far as like, okay, you're the person who gave me life. But like, as far as a close-knit relationship, he's like, I don't feel the need to be there. And so it's just like, it's just different takes. I think, people just, it's just different takes on
and
life.
Like, it's crazy because for me, that probably wouldn't be someone that I'd be able to date. And I only say this is because like I don't know the capacity to like the relationship y'all had, but to not even be able to like see him in his death.
Yeah, I agree.
But what if he was just a sperm donor?
But no, he said, he also said that, I think, he said that he wasn't present for at least like, I think a good chunk of years of his life. So I think that also adds to
as I'm saying, it also depends on the extent.
Yeah,
but like
there are some people like if they weren't really active in my life, like
you don't know that.
What
person.
if their mom married someone else and like that's my dad?
Okay, I mean, of course, like there's always going to be exceptions to it. Yeah. But for me, like I feel like it's one of those things where like if you got into an argument with your parent and now like it's to the extent of where you can't even like see them in their funeral, that's a lot. I'll be honest with you, that's a lot. And I don't know.
I agree.
I feel like it's a slippery slope because
it is a slippery slope, but
we don't know what traumas that some parents have put on kids,
and I'm not.
We don't know. So, but there are some people where it's kind of like
there's going to be exceptions. I'm not saying there's not.
So I don't want to judge nobody.
I'm not saying there's not. I'm not going to say there's not going to be exceptions to the situation. There are always going to be exceptions.
But I feel like that's honest. If that's someone you wouldn't date,
that's just someone like I said. I think that sometimes it takes like a selfless person to be able to say like, hey, let me put my bygones down and let me just go honor this person in their death.
Right.
Death is very final. Like very, very final. And so for me, it's like sometimes like you might find healing
in going
and actually going. Like that might start your healing process. So I don't know. That's just like some.
It's very slippery slope. I agree with you. Yeah, it's just very slippery slope. But yeah.
But it's interesting you brought that up because in Roni, I don't know if you remember Leah, she's actually suing Bravo for this. I don't know if the case is still open, but because her grandma got really sick.
Who's Leah?
Leah, she's the inventor of Married to the Mob. I don't know.
She was on Real Housewives of New York?
Yeah, like season like 10 to 12.
On the new one or the old one?
The
older one.
Only one we acknowledge.
She's not in the revamp, but she's the one who started Married to the Mob or whatever.
Oh, but, her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So her grandma got really sick when they were shooting and she made the decision not to go. And she kind of stayed or whatever. And then, I don't know if it was the next night or a few days later, her grandma actually ended up passing. And so like she was really sad about it or whatever. And then she came out suing them saying that they didn't allow her to go. And they were like, no, we asked you, like, would you like to go? But I think a part of her was just like, she knew that it was like a cast trip. And if she didn't go, there's going to be like several episodes that she wasn't going to be on. I think that influenced her trip. But she said that was like a major regret that she didn't go and see her grandma. Mind you, she's not a psychic, so she didn't know her grandma was going to pass. But I mean, she made the decision not to go. And so, I mean, it's interesting we talk about this because, I mean, that is somebody who was actually really close to her grandma who made a decision to stay.
So can I ask a question, like, why is that Bravo's fault?
Well, she's saying that they didn't allow her to go.
That's what Bravo's
saying.
Oh,
okay.
But she's saying, like, with filming and all the other stuff, they just made it very clear that if she
I feel like if she wasn't going to go, they was going to clip her probably for the next year.
Yeah. That's what she implied, but they came out with
probably
just like,
was going to.
No, we actually asked her, like, did you want to stay? Like, they had multiple conversations, and she insisted that she wanted to stay off camera. I mean, that's better for the courts, but
to get back to the MOTO, I don't know. I just feel like I said, for me personally, I think that that's going to continuously be an issue for y'all. Yeah. But you still can also support her in her grieving process. That's just
I'm sorry. Somebody who
what's the fourth MOTO?
I thought I have one. Okay. Oh, did you want
to pull that iPad out?
No, I had one. That's what I said. Go ahead.
Okay. If I'm going to be honest, I don't have a passion for any of the careers that make you money. My real passion is to help people, but by providing them housing and helping them turn their lives around and just helping in crisis. However, social workers don't make good money like that, and I heard it gets stressful. Currently, I'm in school for finance because my plan is to get a stable job and save up to allow myself to do charity work. However, recently I have been looking at trade school and seeing if there are other options for me. I wouldn't mind being a nurse, but I work and go to school, so I don't even know if I can do that since I'm working. I looked at other fields and they seem to lack flexibility. I'm also taking this route because it's pretty safe for me currently. I live with my parents. Although I appreciate them, sometimes my mom threatens to kick me out.
Been there.
Yeah, for real. Because of college, I'm able to find student housing. I am moving soon. So overall, I'm just so confused about life and mostly just want to secure myself with a career that guarantees I never have to depend on my family again. But I know I don't have a passion for this career field, but don't know any other options. I just need some advice. I'm 22, by the way, so I also feel pressure from that because my mom mentions it when she wants to put me down. That I'm 22 still in college.
You sound African.
That I'm 22 still in college for a bachelor's degree.
Girl,
aren't you still young though?
Yeah, very young.
For a bachelor's.
Honestly, I feel like you're going to confuse yourself more trying to do something that you don't really want to do. Because at the end of the day, there is no like guarantee that where field you're going to be in is going to make money. There are doctors who are broken in debt. So trying to find a field that's going to give you a lot of money is the payoff may not be there. So as long as you're doing what you truly love to do, you'll always be rich in at least happiness.
Right.
So, and the thing is, there are a lot of social workers who make tons of money. So as long as you are passionate in what you're doing, that's where you're going to be really rich. So you mentioned that you like social work. I think go and be a social worker. And there is money in social work.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what you're trying to do specifically, but there's money there.
So you know what's crazy? So
there is. No, there is.
No, because my answer, y'all gonna leave like Paulette.
Okay. So it's so crazy. So I kind of had like a mentor, and I talked to her about it, and she was like, at the point she was in her life because she got pregnant young and things like that, she did what she needed to do to get by.
Right.
But then when she was able to financially make herself stable, she was able to then pursue careers that she had passion for.
Right.
So for me, if you're in a situation where you're living with your parents is not viable for you and it's not, a long-term option, then yeah, financially secure yourself. Go ahead and get a career that like, hey, I can for sure get a job in. I can be financially stable enough to be able to take care of myself. And then there are other avenues that you can take to do the things that you're passionate about.
Right.
That's kind of where I'm at with that. Do what you need, get a career that can pay your bills.
Yeah, until you fund what you really want to do.
And that can allow you to, chase your passion.
Support your dreams.
What I will say, because you're in college, honestly, because I wish I would have started this around your age. Get a part-time job, start investing. There are little things you can do where you don't have to sit here and have the big time career, but if you start early, the payoff will be great as hell. And, you can start doing investments. You can open up a Roth IRA account, or you can start doing side hustles, just saving, put in a high yield savings account, just putting money aside, letting it build. Not everything is based on a career. At the end of the day, like Michelle said, sometimes that career may not make you happy. It may make you a lot of money, and money solves a lot of problems, but you may not be happy. But you can start saving and making sure you'll be good when a rainy day comes about. And if life ever starts lifing for you, you're able to stay afloat, stuff like that. Not everything is about, because honey, salaries are smoke and mirrors, girl, because when that net pay come, it don't match gross. So you really ain't getting all your money.
And just to clarify, social work is a career.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
No. Yeah, who said it wasn't?
I just want to clarify because
do you think people wow, it's crazy. I never heard that.
Social work is a very big
deal.
No, just because I don't want anyone to listen and feel we're shitting on social work.
Oh yeah, no, it's just
okay.
Yeah, so sorry, I lost my train because
no, you're finished. I waited till you finished.
Yeah, so do that. And also, I'm not gonna lie, if I could do school all over again, I would have went to nursing school. Just saying.
See,
I would have. And then honestly start feeling your passions through that. What Nikki said, it's a great little, you can get a fast track program in and out, then start making a little money, then start feeling your passions, become a social worker, and you're a nurse.
I mean, But at the same, okay, so I'm going to address the whole passion situation because social work is the only thing that she's passionate about. And I guess...
Or helping people. You can open up a nonprofit.
I'm not going to lie to you, girl. I can't really think of a lot of things that I'm really passionate about. And I'm 30. So I'm just be honest, like, I don't really feel like I was put on this earth to work. I don't. I've had several careers. I've had several jobs. And to me, it just was like, it just felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care to do any of it. Yeah, like, I don't really care to do any of it. And I still feel like, I'm looking for my passion, so to speak. I don't know. I just feel like it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not necessarily like looking every day to just fulfill. I don't know. It's not something I'm seeking every day. Like, I've made peace with that. And obviously, coming from a background where you have immigrant parents, like, I think your experience where it's like they want you.
Now we put immigrant parents.
Yeah,
on
huh? Let's talk about her background.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Oh, you think she a foreigner too?
No, I'm just saying, coming from a background where it's like you do have immigrant parents, like they're gonna force purpose and something career driven down your throat, where it's doctor, lawyer, engineer, or dead. So,
but I appreciate that.
No, honestly, I do because it grounds you. Yeah. I do because it grounds you.
But it forces you to be
it may not always work. You know what I'm saying? Because like for me, that was shoved down my throat, and I'm not any of those. You know what I mean? And like, not to say that I'm not successful, so to speak, or not to say that I'm not doing well for myself, because I am. But it's still just like.
But even though you're not any of those,
it grounds you 100%.
I think it also influenced what career path you went down, because you're not gonna go to school to be a clown.
Yeah, for
or
dance.
Hold on, you kid.
No shade to the dancers. Look at that girl that was dancing on Instagram, and now she's a dancer for Beyonce.
Been talking about people saying that college is not beneficial, and like this one girl's like, yeah, because you majored in a hobby.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, come on.
No facts.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. I think.
Well, she went to Juilliard. Juilliard's a whole school.
But like, can we be 100? I wouldn't have went to UTSA and studied dance. I would have went to Juilliard.
Yeah.
There are schools for what you're trying to do.
Arts. Yeah, it's performing arts. But yeah, no, I just think it's just one of those things where it's like, I am a very strong believer that it's going to come when it comes. You know what I mean? Like, just if I've spent my whole 20s trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing, I wasted a lot of time trial and error and doing things that I knew that I hated. I knew that it was not me. I knew this was not what I'm supposed to be doing, but I did it because I was trying to satisfy my parents.
Right.
So I just feel like, girl, it's going to come. Like, I know we give this advice to a lot of people, but it is. Take it from us.
But I think her question is more like, should she do what she wants to do, or should she do what pays?
I think she should do what pays for now, so then you get stable and do what you want to do. That is how life works.
But I feel like
I think that's where we disagree.
Yeah, I feel like if you do what you want to do, eventually the money it'll pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
I don't
even think it's a. Yeah. So the thing is, for me, the reason why I have to agree with Paulette is because I don't think it's about the pay. I think it's about stability for her. Yeah. She's clearly she is clearly mentioning that living with their parents is not an option long term. Like, they're threatening to kick them out,
and they want to be able to afford to.
And the thing is, like, life is gonna life, and bills do not stop. So for me, that is why I'm on the tip of do what you can to make yourself financially stable, and then when the time comes, you are able to follow your passion, you know, and follow your dreams.
But you don't think that's like a more like, not say archaic way of thinking, but I feel like that's how our parents taught. And I think that's what we've said on this podcast, that it kind of like what worked against us. Because we are in this mindset of like, okay, we're going to go into these careers that quote unquote make money. But in this day and age, there are so many careers that we never even thought to even pursue. Right. Like, people are gamers making money just because they have a passion doing games. Kai Cenat was he's like the most successful streamer out there, and at school he spent all his money on YouTube, vlogging, editing, all the stuff that was truly his passion that ended up blowing up. He never even graduated from college. Like, I feel like this younger generation is following their passion and finding a way to turn that into money. Yeah. Whereas people who prioritize what
money
was like, or careers that make them financially stable, didn't ever really end up following their passions, or you get to that age where you forget what your passion truly was because you're so far removed from it.
Yeah,
but I do think that if God that drive, though,
so I feel like if God puts you into a purpose at a young age, it's very
to tap into that.
You have to tap into it because a lot of people, like Crystal says, a lot of people don't have that like passion for anything. Not saying, and I feel like maybe you did have a passion, maybe you do have a passion, but as far as like, it's that energy of just like wanting the passion that pays.
Right.
And to her, she's like, I have this passion for social work, but she does not believe that it'll pay her. So let me just do something that's like safer. Whereas it's just like, if you have that passion into you, like passion into
it. But there's a lot of people that are doing both. They're going to school, getting a great education, and still fulfilling their passion. I feel like she could still do social work, outreach work if she wanted to, being in school. Like,
my question
it's not that she has to wait to graduate to do that.
These people that are pursuing their passions, are they going homeless behind it? Because that's what it kind of sounds like.
That's what she's getting. She can't afford it.
It kind of sounds like she is on the verge of being like kicked out of the house and being homeless.
She already said that she got accepted and has student housing, so I don't think it's an issue of her being homeless because she addressed that in the thing.
No, but I understand her question though. Like, I guess are people feeling passionate to be homeless?
I guess the question is, do we believe that a career in social work would equate to homelessness? Because people,
that's not what I'm saying.
Because I do think. Because I guess for me, when I think of social working, I do think that is like minimum $40,000 a year. You're not going to be homeless.
But I'm looking past social work. I'm not even just speaking social work.
I'm speaking to the MOTO. Like when I think of social work, I don't think that that's a career that will leave you homeless. I don't think that's a career that if someone has a passion for, that they should be discouraged from being in social work because we actually need quality social workers.
Definitely.
We actually do. There is a shortage of quality social workers. And I feel like if you go into social work, you can get a bachelor's in social work, a master's in social work. You can get a PhD in social work and education. You can be a principal. You can be the head of director on a board of schools. Like there is a career where you have a salary that you can make a lot of money. And if you're passionate about it, you'll go very far. Where if you're not passionate about certain fields, you may go far but do the bare minimum. And you'll be at the minimum scale of the salary. So I don't know. That's just where I see it.
No, I agree with you. I think the reason why I'm able to like resonate with this is because I feel like I kind of face the same like dilemma. Whenever I was just finished up school and I wanted to go down a certain path, my mother got sick. So I don't feel like it was really the smarter option for me to maybe go with like, okay, I want to be a doctor or I want to be whatever the case may be. I kind of need to go with the career that was able to get me out quick and I was able to have like job security and I was able to be like stable, you know, because I didn't have this like parents to fall back on whenever it came to financial support or anything, you know, even like housing. So I do kind of understand where this person's coming from, where it's like, okay, doing what you need to do to like survive in that moment. And so now I feel like I'm at that point where like I have, you know, thankfully like my career was able to give me more than financial stability and I was able to actually do things that like make me happy. And I feel like now I'm at that point where I am pursuing things that I am passionate about. And like, I mean, and for me, like my things weren't as like, they weren't as opposite. Like they were still within like the healthcare like spectrum, but it wasn't like nursing was not my first career choice. It never was. I didn't even think about nursing in high school. Never. You know, it just ended up being like the most convenient thing for me in that moment.
And don't get me wrong, like you brought up the whole Kai and I. When I was in college, I wanted to pursue the whole YouTube thing, but I couldn't afford to like just put my all into that because I needed to be able to support myself as well. So it's like, that's why I understand all sides of this, right? But I have to side with the side of like doing what you can do to make sure you're good, and then you get to like go be passionate. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes you just got to deal with the cards life gives you.
I'm just have to be. I'm with Michelle on this one, just because I feel like again, like at a young age, if that passion is there, like you really got to tap into that. Otherwise, you can get burnt out because it's like I feel like once like stability or finances become like the pinnacle, it's like at what point is enough money enough? You know what I mean? You're gonna need more. Then you're gonna need more. Then you're gonna need more. And then it's like, I hate my life. Like, I literally hate my life. We're 5 years in. I got all this money, but like, I hate everything. Like, I didn't have time to date. I didn't have time to do it because I just feel like you said, if you're passionate enough, that's going to make you money. Like, you could become like the manager of a hospital, or you could even own your own company. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, I get what you guys are saying though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I get what you guys are saying, but I'm just going to have to go, with Michelle here. Like, I just think that girl, like, stay into that passion, stick with that because it's like, it's a passion. Like, at one point it does fizzle out. You know what I mean? It could fizzle out. So, and I don't want that for you. So I think that like God has graced you enough to even have that at such a young age. And it's a very like, it's so rare. Like not a lot of people know what they want to do at an early age. And I feel like because you know that and because it's something that makes you happy, it fulfills you, I feel like go that route. And I feel like you have, I mean, if time wasn't a factor here, you do have the rest of your life to, I guess, stabilize yourself with money. So I just feel like, you know, I don't know, just that's my opinion.
And we need social workers. We need more social workers. We need people that are passionate about it because like Michelle said, I do agree, like people even go into that career field and like they're not passionate about it. And
See what happened to Gabriel Hernandez. Social workers who do not care.
I don't think all social workers are mean. I think the field makes them like a little
overworked.
jaded.
No, some people are mean.
No, people
because like I feel like they don't treat them well in that field. Like
if you're in social work and you don't have a passion for it, then.
But you know what? Yes and no. I think that you can have a passion, but if you don't have the resources,
right?
There's only so much you can do. Like you can have all the passion in the world, but if you do not have the resources that allows you to do your job properly,
teachers,
you're gonna hit barriers.
Teachers, primary example. Not all teachers have the correct resources to make sure that they're good at their job and doing what they need to be doing. So a lot of them get burnt out and lose that passion of teaching. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. I know it was short, and we just want to give y'all a little teaser, see how y'all liked it. Hopefully we gave the people that wrote in some good advice. But again, like if you want to hear anything from us, make sure you DM us, email us, contact us any way possible. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, all of our social media platforms. Follow us individually. Get to know us all more personable. So it is your girl, Just Nick, checking out. Bye.
It's your girl, Amacolette. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Amacolette. Holla.
Bye, y'all. It's girl Champagne Chris signing out.
Bye, y'all. See y'all again next week.
Bye.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.